Alright. I think stream is a go. What is needed for today? Actually, what? That's unknown. Alright, simulated universe, huh? Well, what if I instead go for stagnant shadow rather than say the usual? Nah.
Rest assured, dear, I'll do all that I can to assist you. What would you like to know this time? Again, the ill tidings manifest.
Time to twirl!
The time's now.
Time to twirl!
Alright, this is gonna hurt for me.
The threads of destiny aren't chosen. The seal of ill fate descends.
Time to twirl!
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This century is but a vision.
What are you looking at?
Cross my habits to take pills twice a day. Pills twice.
Rules are made to be broken!
Look.
Time to twirl!
Memories are ever beneath the silent waters. Lies an endless abyss!
That'll do it. Finally! Holy heck. Oh, is this hard to get? No, we are enhancing this straight away. Well, once we get the... Well, I guess now we should start focusing on the ice stuff.
Rest assured, dear, I'll do all that... Again, the ill tidings manifest.
Time to twirl!
Clemency?
So
Never heard of it.
if I wanted to run away...
Time to twirl! This is gonna hurt.
Let's make it quick.
What would do, Kara? I can do that, Kara.
What would you like to know this time? The seal of ill fate descends.
Time to twirl!
Step aside. I have no...
What What are you looking at?
Memories are ever changing. Beneath the silent waters lies an endless abyss.
Time to twirl! Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours!
I've done them. Now the real problem is going to be trying to acquire a nice gear.
Again, the ill-tidings manifest.
For Herta. Because I really would like
Clemency? Never heard of it.
I think for Herta.
Time to twirl!
The threads of destiny aren't. The seal of ill fate descends.
Time to twirl!
Sweet.
You must be honored to meet me.
Let's go.
Memories are ever changing. Beneath the silent waters lies an endless abyss.
Time to twirl!
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This century is but a vision. Rules are made to be broken!
There we go. Yeah, that'll do. What? Well, it doesn't matter because where are the functions? Huh?
Again, the ill-tidings manifest.
Time to twirl!
The time is now.
What are you looking at? It's gonna hurt. Time to twirl!
How about this?
The seal of ill fate descends.
Time to twirl! You must be honored to meet me.
Memories are ever changing. Beneath the silent waters lies an endless abyss.
Time to twirl! Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours!
Let's make it quick.
Oh.
What would you like to know this? Again, the ill-tidings manifest.
Time to twirl!
Step aside. I have.
Time to twirl! It's gonna hurt.
How about this?
The threads of destiny aren't chosen.
Rules are made to be broken!
The seal of ill fate descends.
Time to twirl!
Clemency? Never heard of it. The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This surgery is but a vision.
Oh, poor you. Time to twirl!
Oh, they need boot. One more time. And that's it.
What would you like to know? Again, ill tidings manifest.
Time to twirl!
Step aside. I have...
What are you looking at? Time to twirl!
Let's go.
The threads of destiny, the seal of ill fate, descend.
Time to twirl! You must be honored to meet me. Maybe you can keep it down?
Memories are ever changing beneath the silent waters. Lies an endless abyss.
Time to twirl! Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours!
So what do I get here? Oh, level. Wait, could be useful. I think I'll swap to this actually. This is way better than the one I had. Right. Wait. We can do this. Effect res. Not what I'm looking for, but what am I complaining about? Alrighty. This. Oh shoot, we could have used it for the. Dang it. Oh well.
Keep at it.
What's on the assignment list anyway? Watch me. Alright, well, we're gonna use this one. Too easy. Piece of cake. Let's go. Online codes only. Alright, I see. Nope. Until you get that out of there. That's going. And now, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Here we go. Okay, so move this into here. Then we take this one, load it, take it there. Okay. it. Yeah. No problem.
Great. The more the better.
Alright, so how long did that take? About 20 minutes. That's not bad.
It's getting late. Where to now?
You. I've seen you in the clinic. You run errands for Natasha, right?
Well, there goes my cover.
Cover? What are you talking about? Let me guess. Natasha wants you to persuade me to go back for a follow-up visit, right? What's the use? I'm terminal. Life will be over before I know it.
Was that Natasha's diagnosis?
Of course not. I read it in a book. Every book I read has descriptions that match my symptoms exactly. I can diagnose myself with a dozen incurable diseases before I get halfway through. For people in my situation, a follow-up visit is just a waste of time and money. Not to mention medicine.
I see. So, nothing to do with you joining the Mutual Aid Society then?
Mutual aid, what now? What are you talking about? What else is there to say? Natasha was seeing me free of
anyway.
charge. She said I could keep a tab running for as long as I liked, then pay it back when I had the opportunity. I guess I'm too proud.
I also got good news and bad news on the bad game punishment. So the good news is, Sonic Unleashed PS2 is definitely showing a bit more promise. Right. What is one thing, but life...
You think I need you to tell me? Don't try and persuade me. I've already thought this through. Dr. Vash never charged me anything either. Natasha's great, but Vash was always my number one.
What is he?
Natasha's brother. They both used to practice medicine back in Rivertown.
Thanks.
I heard he was a top student from the Overworld Medical Academy. Bellabog's main hospital wanted him. I have no idea what convinced him to set up down here. Kind heart.
So why don't you go to
Think
him
I don't
anymore?
want to? I heard that he passed away. I should keep my voice down. Don't go telling anyone else about this next bit. I heard
Alright,
that
I won't.
Natasha had something to do with Dr. Vash's death. They say she was jealous that her brother had stolen her patients, so she...
I don't think she would... No. Natasha would have an alibi. You seriously believe that?
It's just something people were saying. I don't
Yeah, I think it's a
Dr.
lot of
Natasha would
baloney.
do something like that. Forget I said anything. Since Dr. Natasha sent you over specially,
I'm not saying murders
I'll do her
aren't
a
possible
favor.
in the Honkai universe. But I think Natasha is good enough to not be one. Now I know that what you're thinking. What about doctor-assisted suicide? But here's the thing. even if that was the case, you have to be. It's only if the illness is terminal and there's no hope for you recovering. No, and if there's no hope for you getting better from it.
I'll go to the clinic for my follow-up a little later. Bye for now.
Avoiding a follow-up visit due to money issues. I should find another patient to talk to.
What was that? Oh, you'll have to be louder. My ears aren't what they used to be. Everything's muffled.
I wanted to ask if you're not going to your follow-up visit.
Ah! A follow-up visit. Is that what you're asking about?
21 more days until boothill comes out. Yeah, I figured. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure if Google taught me anything, it's best case scenario. It's probably just my shoes being worn out, because my foot has actually been hurting. Like you get this like sharp stabbing feeling in the feet for some reason. Best case scenario, according to Google, it's just me needing new shoes. These are getting super worn down. Worst case scenario, it's cancer. But for someone who lives a sedentary lifestyle and has been fine so far, remember that. Because, well, even if I do live a life of a gamer, I still touch grass and go inside. And I still kind of get my exercise every once in a while.
Natasha's a wonderful girl. She always gives me a thorough checkup. But at this age, it's rather a lot to bear. Even if they could cure me. I'm sure I wouldn't be around for long. I don't want to waste anyone's time.
Reynolds, you're kidding me. Boothill's still not coming out? I was hoping it would be tomorrow. But there's no time wasting when health is concerned, right?
Not for youngsters like yourself. When you get to my time of life, good health is a bit of a luxury, I'm afraid.
God, I mean...
My husband had the same illness as me, but he never touched the medicine. He wanted to make sure I had enough.
Oh yeah, Sonic Unleashed, PS2.
Then, one day,
So the good news is,
he said he needed
the
to
Warhog
take care
might
of some
be
things
actually
at the
back.
mine. He never came back.
I can't get the controls to work in my favor for the life of me. And I feel like the ledge grabbing is going to be the bane of me.
He was forever saying
I'll be
he
doing
wanted to go before I
so
did.
fun.
Oh,
But then,
selfish old
I have to press R1
I miss him.
just so I don't die.
Now that he's gone.
And whoops, it
who
missed
cares how
inputted.
long I stick around?
Dead. Also, I would like the camera controls. I would like the, if I'm not going to be using the bright stick for anything else, I would appreciate if I could use it for camera controls. But anyways, I care.
You don't give up easily, do you? Still. You're full of kind
I care because
words.
Natasha cares.
Okay, you win. It's off for another follow-up visit with Dr. Natasha, I suppose. Hmm? Did you want to say something else? My ears are terrible.
So, have Have you heard about the Mutual Aid Society?
Virtual who?
Mutual Aid Society.
All right, I heard you. Do you have to shout? No, I've never heard of any mutual aid.
The bad news is, I don't have the objectively bad game for the Wii. I must have sold
Awaiting
it
a
off
follow-up
when we were
visit
trading
because
in
of her
stuff at the GameStop.
I should find another patient to talk to.
Why haven't I gone for my follow-up visit? Are you a patient too, or did Dr. Natasha send you over?
Very sharp, aren't you?
You should head on back then. Thank Dr. Natasha for her concern. I don't need Dr. Natasha's help now. Tell her to save her worries
Hold
and
on, but
medicine
you're pretty
for
young.
other people.
So what's going on? Did you have a dispute with her?
Dispute? No. She's the only kind-hearted doctor in the underworld. I just don't really approve of her methods, that's all. Too idealistic and no real efficacy.
But anyways,
She tries
I
to
guess-
save everyone, which means she can't save
So,
anyone. In
I
the
might
end, it's
have
the
to scout
patients
out-
who suffer,
scout
and she just tires
the-
herself out.
I might have to grab the emulator for this one. And then, so, naughty cheese. Oh,
Miners
she's so
like me
spoiled.
don't have time for lengthy treatments. If I can't take something and get right back to work, I may as well lie down and wait for death to come knocking. Did you, know Dr. Vash? His wonder medicine is cheap, and the results are immediate. You just need to be willing to, take a little risk.
Rest.
Dr. Vash's medicine is different. Lots of people make a full recovery after taking it, but some get worse. And the unlucky ones check out early. Even knowing the risk, most people fight tooth and nail to get hold of the medicine. And you know why.
They'll have to gamble with their life.
You're smarter than you look. When life forces you to the edge, you'll throw yourself at any opportunity, even if it means risking it all. People like us, a slow and torturous treatment is the same as a death sentence. If it's between that and a quick result, we'll take the latter. Forget it. Why am I telling you all this? Dr. Vash is dead anyway.
So where can I go to get this so-called wonder medicine?
What? Now you're interested in the wonder medicine? Listen up. The Complex Illness Mutual Aid Society is still selling that medicine. I can tell you where they trade, but there's a rule. You must not tell any of this to Dr. Natasha. You hear? If you break the rule, you'll face the consequences. Yeah, take this. It's the address. A final warning. Do not reveal this information to Natasha.
I know where to find the wonder medicine. What should I do next? That patient didn't want me to tell Natasha about this. Should I listen to him?
Maybe she'll reckon. I believe this whole wonder medicine is a hack. But let's ask Natasha about this.
I wish you all a journey that is free. So the Mutual Aid Society found Vash's research results, and now they're selling this so-called wonder medicine to patients? Any organization doing something like this is interested in more than just mutual aid.
The patients wanted me to keep it secret from you.
I'm not surprised. They'll know that I'm completely against them using this wonder medicine. What Vash left behind is nothing more than reagents and experimental byproducts. The word medicine doesn't apply here.
Oh, that's why he died.
I warned the patients countless times, but seems like they had their heads in the sand all along. No wonder they kept the Mutual Aid Society a secret from me. Thank you. Those patients weren't exactly singing my praises. Thank you for having faith in me. If you're curious about Vash's wonder medicine, you should ask some of the patients in the clinic. See what they have to say about the effects.
And I will.
The medicine Vash left behind? That stuff. Can you even call it medicine? I know Dr. Natasha's here, but I have to tell it like it is. Vash had zero medical ethics. He didn't deserve the title doctor. He may have had the capability, but he didn't use it to help anyone. Whenever I went to see him, he never even asked about my illness. He just prescribed me his so-called wonder medicine. If it were you, would you have taken that medicine?
It is part of chemotherapy.
Some people say that Dr. Vash was a saint who came from the overworld to help those in need. I don't buy it. People's doctor, that's just what people who've bought into the myth like to say. Vash used to distribute free medicine all the time, but he couldn't have cared less about the people taking the medicine.
This so-called wonder medicine was a quack.
The hard truth is that we were just his test subjects. It didn't matter if the medicine worked or not. What mattered was having a constant stream of willing lab rats. Of course, I can't control what anyone else thinks. That's just how I see it.
I wish you all a journey that is free. I still haven't worked out how to convey it to you. The issues surrounding Vash. My relationship with him.
I more or less get the general idea, so you don't have to tell me.
I'm guessing you've heard a lot of different opinions on Vash.
I think it's mental.
I see. I can understand that. I want you to go and visit another patient, a victim of the wonder medicine. I want you to see the real consequences of abusing that medicine. Once you've understood her situation, come back and tell me what you think. After that, I want to ask for your help again.
Leave it to me.
Who are you?
I'm a miracle doctor from behind the sky. Raymond.
And who am I? Where's my husband? And where's my child? Where are they? You know where they are, right?
They call
You don't know. They don't know. Nobody knows. Where did they go?
Come over here, child. It's best to leave that poor lady in peace. Let me explain. And poor lady. Both her husband and child became ill and passed away.
Must have been seriously ill.
Oh, well, not terribly serious, but they needed to get treatment every now and then, which did impact their livelihood. In order to try and rid themselves of the ailment once and for all, they bought some kind of wonder medicine. Who would have
Knew
thought
it.
their condition would
I knew it.
deteriorate so
His name
rapidly
is a
after
quack.
they began using it?
What did I tell you?
The two began to suffer terribly, such that death then became a blessing. It wasn't long before they departed this world, one after the other.
Now, granted, I do believe, I'm led to believe that this is sort of like chemotherapy.
From that moment on, she became as you see her now. If Dr. Natasha hadn't taken her under her wing, well, it doesn't bear thinking about.
Sounds a lot like poison. Like I said, chemotherapy.
And yet, what more could have been done? They were warned about the medicine. They were told about the risks. And they chose to roll the dice. Talking about it tires me out. At least my husband and I are able to help her where we can. I just hope that one day she can lead a normal life again.
Although, even then, chemotherapy would probably still be done more professionally. And whatever this wonder medicine, whatever this so-called wonder medicine does, like if you ingest it, I don't think that's gonna be good for you.
I wish you
But
all a journey that is free of
from what I
illness.
remember, chemotherapy goes into where your cancer is, right?
Did you speak to her? By the look on your face, I'm assuming you've come to understand the wonder medicine all too well.
But then, now, granted, chemotherapy will kill little things like blood or important cells. Because chemotherapy doesn't discriminate. It's sort of like antibiotics in a sense. However, yeah, these guys are assholes.
Be it Vash or the Mutual Aid Society, forces like that can take full advantage of the typical underworld state of mind. Let me tell you a story. There was once a brilliant overworld doctor with unmatched pharmaceutical skill. The doctor was set on developing a medicine that would steel the human body against the cold. He named his research project Blizzard Immunity. But his research met with obstruction time and time again, the biggest factor being a lack of test subjects. Tampering with the human immune system carries huge risk, and nobody in the overworld was willing to submit themselves to such experiments. As such, the doctor got in touch with his sister in the underworld, claiming that he wanted to support the medical effort below ground.
Okay.
Naturally, his sister was overjoyed. After all, as far as medicine was concerned, her brother had always been the standard she'd strive to attain. She brought her brother underground and entrusted him with her clinic and laboratory. I think you know what comes next.
I find it hard to believe he was your brother.
Issuing free medicine to the needy was just Vash's way of conducting experiments on his test subjects. On some level, his reagents were able to alleviate the patient's suffering, but nothing more. They would forget their pain for a while and neglect their regular treatment plans. The result? Patients with mild illness would attribute their recovery to the so-called wonder medicine, while patients with serious illness would quickly deteriorate, and sometimes die. I cannot accept that their fate was simply the result of misfortune or risk. No true doctor would accept that. That's why I want you to help me recover all the wonder medicine.
Or
Are you willing to take on this assignment?
with a game in real life. No doctor would want that. Well, somebody has to do the right thing.
Thank you.
If they're gonna be scammed, it's gonna be by me.
This
Me
will be
alone.
hard for the people that have come to rely on the wonder medicine. But it's up to us to remove this false hope. You mustn't hesitate. Recover every last reagent that Vash left behind. I'll take responsibility for the consequences. Don't worry about that. Go. I'll be waiting for the good news.
Leave it to me.
Stop right there.
Hand over the wonder medicine.
Oh, playing the hero, are we? Is this a stick-up? Wait a minute, you're that clinic woman's lackey, aren't you? Did you think the Mutual Aid Society didn't have its own intel? She's after our medicine and sent you here to smash the place, right? Men, look lively and send this idiot packing already.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict.
A guest with no manners, huh? A gift from the stars. Time to twirl! You must be honored.
Not even a scratch.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Well, look who we have here. Your reputation precedes you, outsider. I didn't take you for a bandit and a thief.
Who are you,
You
Jack?
listen here. I'm the president of the Complex Illness Mutual Aid Society. The medicine we hold here is lifeblood for many of our members. Are you sure you want to deprive them of that? Those poor patients. Along comes a life-saving wonder medicine, only to be snatched away by a shameless bandit like you. The underworld is full of sickness. What would happen if we left it all to that clinic to treat? My Mutual Aid Society has relieved that doctor of patients at the end of the road. Shouldn't she be thanking me?
Like how she'd work with an apostle like you.
Seems like you are quite bent on dismantling our operations, aren't you? Fine, seeing as you came all this way, it'd be rude not to give you the opportunity. Men, seize the medicine thief.
Clemency? Never heard of it.
Time to twirl! I don't remember inviting you.
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sensual is but a vision.
Time to twirl! Who's the lucky one today? Time to twirl! Oh, poor you. This is gonna hurt.
Blast it! What did we ever do to you? Why are you taking away our moneymaker?
And you reveal your falsity immediately.
So you admit it then? You're not in this to save lives, you're in it to get rich.
Caught
What are
in
you
4K.
doing here? Oh, as if we didn't have enough trouble
Well, not
already.
4K. Caught in 720p 60.
Selling fake medicine with false kindness. You should have expected trouble to find you sooner or later. I have a responsibility to protect the well-being of my patients. Or to put it another way, I must eradicate any and all threats to them.
You can't save everyone. The underworld is teeming with sickness. How could you possibly pull it off?
Maybe not. Maybe not, but we could save as many people as we can.
You're right. I can't save everyone alone. But if I must, I would sacrifice food and sleep to treat them. The debt that Vash owes to the underworld rests with me. All I can do is help everyone to the best of my ability. To the very end.
So stubborn. In that sense, you're no different from your crazy brother.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah, you best.
Thank you. Your actions today have saved many underworld families. I'll find a way to dispose of Vash's leftover reagents. Next time the Mutual Aid Society wants to whip up a quack cure, they'll be out of luck. Let's go back to town. I still owe those patients an explanation.
I don't know what will happen with the truth, but all I can say is they can screw off for all I care.
It's getting late. Where to now? Uh-oh. It looks like the patients have surrounded Natasha. Let's hear what they're saying.
What are you saying, Doctor? The wonder medicine is out of supply?
Correct. That medicine is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Wildfire has cut off the supply chain. Your ailments need rational, scientific treatment. Relying on pseudo-medicines will only worsen your condition.
Rational and scientific, huh? The way I see it, you're just jealous you lost your patients.
How dare you speak to Dr. Natasha like that? Where are your manners?
Pinch his ear. Pinch his ear.
Man, please think for a moment. How can you still be siding with her? That wonder medicine was working fine for us, and now it's gone because she wants it to be? How can she?
I understand your anger, but as your doctor, I ask you to trust my judgment. I will find a way to access more medical resources and help you through your struggles. If I must, I'll get help from the surface.
The surface. I almost forgot that you were an overworld big shot.
Have some respect for Dr. Natasha.
If it's respect she wants, she better find a replacement for the wonder medicine fast. If not, I'll tell everyone about how she set up Dr. Vash. I'm out of here.
Are you hurt? Let me take a look.
Tough crowd, huh?
Oh, you're here. I apologize. That must have made for uncomfortable viewing.
I don't think it's turned out that bad myself.
Don't let your emotions get the better of you. If I were in his shoes, I might well have had the same reaction. Now I need to focus on treating the patients and dispelling their doubts. Let's leave it for now. I'll feel a lot better once I've gotten rid of this mess that Vash left us. Now's as good a time as any to tell you Vash's whole story. If there's anything you want to know, don't hesitate to ask.
So what kind of person was Vash?
He was gentle and introverted. But when it came to work, he could be absurdly obsessive. Like a completely different person. Whenever I made a mistake in an experiment, he'd bite my head off. And then a while later, he'd apologize and comfort me. He was conflicted in that way.
So you knew this quack medicine was his work?
I didn't know he had leftover reagents in Rivet Town. I was shocked when you told me. If you fail to make a clean break with the past creeps up on you.
Did he really pass away?
That's a long story. Ever since he was little, Vash had always wanted to develop a medicine called blizzard immunity. He saw the human body's vulnerability to cold as a disease, and wanted to cure it so that humanity could survive the eternal freeze. If he succeeded, people would be able to leave Belobog and rebuild their homes in the snow plains. I do admire his vision and perseverance, even though blizzard immunity always seemed unachievable to me. I knew his research in the overworld wasn't going well. I used to write to him and ask him to come down and stay with the kids in the orphanage for a while. I thought it might help take his mind off his research, but I was too young to know what long-term frustration could do to a person. It changed him in a terrible way.
Changed him?
During his stay in the underworld, he met patients affected by fragmentum corrosion with mild symptoms. Compared with non-patients, their bodies reacted differently to hot and cold. And that fascinated Vash. He began to simulate mild fragmentum corrosion, thinking that it could lead to breakthroughs in developing blizzard immunity. Those reagents of his aren't cure-alls for critical illness. That doesn't exist. Vash made the reagents to mitigate the suffering of his patients in the short term. A convenient way for him to observe changes in his test subjects. But behind my back, he had been doling out the reagents to residents who were kept in the dark. When it finally struck me that something was wrong, his terrible research had already turned him into a madman.
He was the last shred of humanity?
Indeed. And it all happened under my nose. How ridiculous. My judgment was clouded by trust in a loved one. When his experiments were exposed, I spent a long time with Oleg discussing how to handle the aftermath. This was shortly before the underworld was sealed off. There were hardly any Silvermane guards remaining. We spent ages trying to find a way to handle Vash. In the end, Oleg suggested that we banish him and permanently deny him access to the underworld. Had his victims found out the truth, Vash would have been torn to pieces by furious underworlders. I was young and weak at the time. Oleg must have worried about how I'd react to such a scenario, or he wouldn't have suggested banishment.
Banishment isn't a particularly harsh punishment.
Looking back, it wasn't. He deserved much worse. Oleg and I took Vash to the overworld. He made his final request to us. To take him outside the city to the snow plains. His figure gradually disappeared into the snow curtain. I've been telling myself that Vash is dead ever since. Forgive me. I'm not good at telling stories. Vash was a terrible brother and a worse doctor. That's all you need to know. Let's call it a day. Thank you for cleaning up the mess my brother left behind. Here.
Talk about heavy. Okay. That... I need to make... Okay. You know what? I'm not having this. We are talking to Papa. So we can lighten the mood. Hmm. Hmm. Let's. What do I want to spot? I like them. Alright, let's call it a day. I decided. I like the green lane colorway. Aw. Okay. The good thing is, we didn't end on such a sour note this time.
This place could do with some. I remember Lady Asta commissioned some security equipment a while back. Maybe she still has some spares.
Registered visitors?
Oh, sorry. I was thinking out loud. Don't worry, the express is perfectly safe. There are no... Well, come to think of it, I'm an unregistered visitor. I'm sure you guys in the express itself are more than capable of maintaining security. But it's important not to overlook basic prevention methods. In addition to visitor recognition systems, I've made a few notes on third-party signal monitoring and emergency response devices. Of course, it'd be great if you never had to use any of it, but I hope my analysis is of help to the conductor.
Roger that, Brother Arlen.
Those guys aren't serious when they refer to me like that, you know? Anyway, please don't start using it yourself too. Anyway, thanks for inviting me to see the train. I've seen the express when it was docked at the platform, but this is my first time on board. I'm not as knowledgeable as Lady Asta. The only way I can contribute is to help the station improve its defenses, don't you think?
Reckon so. But you're always supposed to be off work.
Huh? You're right. I need to learn to unwind. I've been so focused on the station's defenses recently.
Maybe has to have
It's
the
easy
point
to
about you.
forget that work-life balance is the best way to stay on top. Thanks for your advice. It's nice to have a break every now and then.
Heck yes. No, it's definitely saved it from being a sour. Nope. And that, I think I'll end the stream early today. We got messages. I think Hey, it started. I'm good too. That's a good question. Because I'm in the exact same position as you are, Skycam. I say... I want to say Bomb Rush the main story? If only because, look, the side quest can wait. And besides, in some cases, you're just gonna be dealing with all the trouble. Raising your equilibrium level is only gonna make things more painful when doing side quests. Or main story. Stay safe, Lynx. Where the heck is... Oh, I can't see the attachment? Boo! Whoa. That must be Sampo. But yeah, I say Bum Rush if only you're desperate for Jades. But I say, but if you're Bum Rushing, you might not enjoy the story. You'll not be able to enjoy the story. So, if you're gonna Bum Rush this main story, at least take your time to enjoy it. I guess. Now it definitely saved it from being a depressing episode again. So with that, I think it's time to call things done here. I hope to see you tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know. All I know is I'm probably going to be doing a lot of yard work. A lot of work or something. Peace.